Hey everybody, happy Thanksgiving. Welcome back to another video on where I teach you all a recipe. This is to all my vegans, all my vegetarians. During this holiday season, it can be a little difficult, but I am here to teach you a vegan-friendly mac and cheese. Yes, mac and cheese. We all know how that gets down on Thanksgiving, and I don't want y'all to be left out. So we're starting off, we're going to put some water in our pot, then we're going to put some vegetable oil. You can also add salt, but this specific client did not want salt. I use some cavatappi noodles. You can use elbows, whatever is your preference. And remember, we are only boiling this to al dente. Okay, it needs to have a little bite to it. Make sure when it gets in that pot that you stir your pot. You do not want your noodles to stick together at all. Okay, when it is complete, when it's done, you want to drain it. You don't have to rinse your noodles, especially if you season it with salt or any type of seasoned salt. Add you some vegan butter just to make sure the noodles are not sticking. This is all of the ingredients that I will be using to create our quote-unquote cheese sauce. Okay, so y'all take a look at this. This is all the ingredients that you need. Make sure you have that nutritional yeast. That provides a nice cheesy taste. That's where you're gonna get your cheese for that mac and cheese. Okay, but surprisingly, y'all, them cheddar plant-based cheese is really amazing. I don't know, somehow they got it to really taste like cheddar. But here you see I am pouring my drained noodles into my pan. Remember, this is for a client that I have. Okay, so here I'm making a roux. Y'all can see I only put a little butter. Y'all, I almost added just about the whole stick. All right, remember it's vegan butter. Okay, then I am going to add my flour, because a roux consists of butter and flour. Okay, so you're gonna want to then whisk that up and make sure that all those flour clumps get out. Make sure you cook down that flour just a bit. You don't want that raw taste of flour in there, so you want to whisk that up nice and smooth. Then you are going to add your plant-based milk. In my case, I used extra creamy oat milk because it kind of would resemble some type of half and half, or a very light heavy cream. And you want to mix that. Make sure you mix it, and y'all, you want to mix it until it starts getting a little bit thick, and that flour will come in handy for that thickness. This is vegan cream cheese. Now, y'all, I tried everything before. I don't give no customer, nobody, nothing without first trying it. And y'all, it tastes good. And I don't like nobody cream cheese, so it was good. All right, here I go pouring in our cheddar, our plant-based cheddar. And you are going to want to mix this up. Now, y'all, I felt like I was stirring for an eternity. I'm not going to lie to y'all. It took maybe a good 15 minutes to get it to this. Okay, and this still had cheese in it. All right, so y'all gonna be mixing. I saw a hack that someone blended up the cheeses, so you may want to do that just to make it small. Okay, so here I go with my seasonings. I got some adobo in here. Y'all already know I'm panameña, so a lot of adobo goes in stuff. Okay, we got my onion powder, and then after that we are going to put some garlic powder up in there. And after each time I put it in, I mixed it. Okay, I eventually switched to a whisk because some of those seasonings was getting a little clumpy, so change to whisk if you need to. All right, I put my black pepper, my paprika. Now, this is smoked paprika. Y'all, it elevates your mac and cheese to a whole nother level. Now, this is the important part. This is nutritional yeast. Please don't go overboard with it. It gives it a nice cheesy taste, but it is strong. Okay, you don't want it to be too strong. So y'all can see I transferred over my cheese sauce to the pan of noodles. And remember, I'm doing two of this. So I'm doing one for my client, and I'm doing one so y'all can see the finished product of one at my house. I have just egg. Now, per every egg that you would use in your mac and cheese, you would use 3 tablespoons of just egg. Okay, and I normally, when I do make my own mac and cheese, I normally and this is a secret, I normally use a roux, and I also do the egg method. Okay, so I do the cheese sauce method, and I add the egg as well. So y'all, mix it around. This is not enough sauce for me, so I add some more oat milk. All right, I don't want it to be dry nowhere at all right? So if you need to adjust things, you can adjust things. Now I needed to adjust my seasoning. My client requested not a lot of salt, so I made sure that I did it sparingly. Now hers is going bye-bye because I am not baking it. She will be baking it at her house tomorrow, but I am baking my own. Okay, so this is the final product of it, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this because I enjoyed doing it for you guys. And I'm sorry for the lighting. When I was recording the final look, my phone was on 2%, so the flash went off. But I pray that you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving. I hope you guys try this recipe out. Bye.